What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the 13th episode of the Know It podcast. These headphones, I gotta buy new headphones for our guests because these suck. Anyways, remember, short and sweet. Thank everybody for 235 subscribers. I just checked it, 235. Shout out to all y'all. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Do all the things you need to do. Appreciate everybody coming on to the podcast and viewing. All glory to God. I could never imagine this thing even getting this big, but we're gonna keep on trying to go get it higher and higher. See if we can reach 1,000 subscribers. Big announcement. I just got done editing some merch. I'm getting some samples in, so when the samples come out, I'll get like an ad video made, do like a little try on haul or something like that. Really excited about that. That's probably about it for all the announcements. Thank everybody for liking, commenting, subscribing, or really just viewing the podcast. Y'all just continue to run it up, man. I hope God blesses all y'all, man. Alright, let's get into the podcast. Alright, so, wanna first start off to apologize. I wouldn't say the next guest on our Know It podcast, but we got Devin back on the podcast. He told me the last podcast he wanted to get back on, so we had to get him back on.
I feel like I didn't do as good as I could have.
We were both really, really nervous. So, but I will say, our podcast that we did together, the first one, it has like 777 views as of right now.
Yeah.
So y'all run up that first podcast. Let's see if we can get it to 1,000. That would be dope.
Yeah, that would be dope.
But I do have a consistent, I would say, at least 200 viewers that do it. Other than mine, when I did the one by myself, I think it's like 100 and something, which I'm not complaining about that. That's still way more than I ever could have thought.
They don't like you that much.
I guess not being by myself. But, I got all our topics on my phone. How was your weekend? I don't think we've really hung out much.
Yeah, no, I've been working. I came over the other day for a little bit, but
yeah,
I just been working, going to church, and working and going to church.
Working and going to church and working and going to church. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You need to get back into the gym, mister. Last time we had the podcast, you were in the gym hard.
Yeah. Well, I actually told myself last night I was going to wake up this morning and go to the gym, and I woke up and I rolled over, and I looked at my phone, and I was like, I think I'm going to go tomorrow.
Yeah, and then you're probably not going to go tomorrow.
I'm going to try to go tomorrow.
You're going to try. Until the day comes and you're like, I don't really feel like going to the gym. No, because
I stepped on the scale and I've lost another 4 pounds.
I weighed 192 today.
I weighed 176.
The highest I've ever been. So I'm going to get to 195 or higher because I'm starting cutting April 1st. So I'm finna get shredded. What are you doing? Oh, I was like, what are you thinking about? So we're going to kind of just dive right into our first podcast, or not our first podcast, but we're going to dive right into the podcast. So you dealt with a lot of like anxiety and depression and stuff growing up.
Yeah,
I've never dealt with nothing like that in my life. And honestly, for a while, my childhood and stuff like that, I've always thought that, I always did kind of think that it was kind of like a hoax. Yeah. But it's not, like, it's a real thing.
Very, very
So kind of just explain, like, how does that, like, feel?
So the anxiety, believe it or not, it actually put me in the hospital twice.
Really?
Having panic attacks.
Speaking to, like, this part of the mic.
Yeah. A lot of the anxiety came from smoking.
Yeah.
Like, I would smoke and then have panic attacks. But then I got to the point where I just felt anxious, period. So I thought it was nicotine. Yeah. And I stopped that for a while. And it's like for me at least, I know for everybody it's different. For me, it was like my chest got tight, I got a headache, and when I start panicking and I have headaches, as soon as I get that headache, I think I'm having a brain aneurysm. So like I'd call my mom and I was like, hey, I'm in the bathroom and I'm about to pass away. Can you come be with me while I'm dying?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, dude, and she just laughed at me.
So like panic attacks and stuff like that. Like
struggling to breathe.
Really?
Struggling to breathe. I had figured out. Well, I thought I had figured out that if I'd make myself throw up, I'd feel better. And then it wouldn't happen, and then I was like, yeah, that's it. Like, I'm really about to pass away right here.
It's like a huge mind game.
Yeah, your heart starts pounding. It's bad.
You're a what is it called when you try to like almost diagnose yourself with things all the time?
Oh,
what
hypochondriac.
You are definitely a hypochondriac.
Oh, dude, yeah, and Google plays a big part in that.
Oh, dude, I think I talked about it with Nathan, dude. I wouldn't like I'm done looking, like if I'm hurting somewhere or something, I'm done looking it up.
Oh, bro,
I'm just gonna pray and hope it's okay,
Yeah.
because if I look it up, it's gonna tell me that I have a heart disease or something like that.
Just a couple weeks ago, I mean, my mom and my girlfriend can vouch for this. I had an ingrown hair in my armpit. I looked it up, and I came to the conclusion that I had lymphoma. And I guess that's like a form of cancer, and I was like, dang, dude. Like, I need to hit that doctor, get on some chemo. I didn't know what was going on. Google is your worst friend when it comes to...
Yeah, bro. Google is not a doctor.
Yeah.
I hate that. It's so like it's trying to scare people.
Yeah. You look it up, you got stress acne or something, it's like immediately like herpes. You've got herpes, and I'm like, God, dude.
So the depression side of it, what is that like? Because like I said, I might have been like sad or depressed over like something, but I've never had like actual depression, I don't think.
So a lot of times, a lot of it came from Dylan passing. Yeah. But a lot of times I would be sad or feeling like suicidal in a type of way and did not know why I was sad. Like, I'd hang out with people and I'd still feel kind of crappy, feel like I was by myself when I was in a room full of people. Yeah. And I think that's why I became so dependent on hanging out with other people, was the fact that I was like super depressed and felt alone all the time. So I felt like I needed to be around people to feel better. But it got to the point where it made me suicidal. I mean, Tashoy, she pulled up on me one time. I was sitting on my porch about to blow my brains out. She pulled up on me, and we cried together for a little bit, and it was like I was all good after that. And the next day, woke up and did it all over again.
Yeah, a lot of people do have like a problem with being alone. Yeah, like they can't. And I think you got to conquer that. Like, you need to be alone sometimes. I think that's a good thing. Just so like, I don't know, you can have your own thoughts and not like having to always listen to somebody else.
It's called like exposure therapy.
Yeah.
They were talking about that the other day with the whole Michael Jackson thing. Like, I needed to like sit in my room and just look at Michael Jackson,
watch his music videos all the time. I don't know why you're so scared of Michael Jackson. We can talk about that.
No. I don't know, but your dad,
dude,
Joshua
that is so
Lee,
funny.
Bro.
That is so funny.
He texted me the other day, just tell your boy to be at practice at 9:00 sharp. Okay, like just a regular conversation. Bam. Michael Jackson. Then you send me this picture of Michael Jackson's face all deformed. Not even 30 seconds later, he sends me the same exact picture.
Yeah, we were sitting in the same room when he did that.
Bro, I have nightmares.
That's so funny. We're in our church group chat for the music. We're in the group chat, and my dad just sent in a picture of Michael Jackson and said, "What's up, Dev?" Bro, that was so funny.
I have bad, like...
So where did that come from?
No idea. Honestly, like, the first thing I remember was being, like, super young and watching Scary Movie 3. And it wasn't even the real Michael Jackson. That's the bad part.
Yeah, it's a scarier-looking Michael Jackson, dude, honestly.
And he's, like, under the blanket, and the dude's like, "What'd you do with my daughter?" And Michael Jackson's under there, he's like, "Are you kidding? I am your daughter." Bro, he pops out, he starts dancing. It's crazy. I don't know. After that, it was just like, that put me in tears. What? And now it's to the point where I'm 23 years old, and like, I still sprint to my room at night. And most people are like, they're afraid someone's breaking in their house. Every time I hear a noise, Michael Jackson's in my crib.
Dude, you know what I used to be scared of as a kid? So did you ever watch The Bible Man?
The Bible Man?
Yeah, it was like a superhero. It's called The Bible Man. We used to watch it all the time, and there was this dude on The Bible Man. His name is Six Lies of the Fibbler, I think is his name.
Six Lies of the Fibbler?
Yeah, he's called the Fibbler. So this is Bible Man in the purple, right? And this was the dude that they had on there.
That's the Fibbler?
Yes, bro.
Kind of looks like the Joker.
And I was like 4 years old. I'll pull it up on there. But I was like 4 years old watching this, and it used to make me cry, bro. Like, it was so scary. But with the whole Michael Jackson thing, when I was a kid, I think it was like, as soon as Michael Jackson died, he kind of was everywhere. Everybody was like posting about it all over the news and stuff. That's when I think I had finally seen him for the first time.
Yeah.
And his face did scare me a little bit. Like, there was sometimes, like, I'd be washing my hair in the shower or something, I had my eyes closed, and I have to hurry up and get it all out of my head so I can open my eyes.
One eye kind of cracked open a little bit.
Yeah, but it just stuck with you.
Yeah, it's still here.
I don't
still
understand
there and
that.
kicking.
That boy scaring you for life.
I hope eventually I get over it.
Yeah, I hope so.
But right now, there's no end in sight.
Yeah. Yeah, pray about that. Should have went to the altar.
Dude, and let me tell you, I've done it. I might need to go see Pastor Herman. Hey, dude, I got this extreme fear of Michael Jackson. I need help.
But back to what we were talking about, the whole anxiety and depression thing. So you said that you, even if you were around people, you always just kind of felt alone.
Yeah.
So I would kind of make the assumption that you getting a relationship with Jesus kind of like helped you a lot with that, kind of filled that void.
You know, because I would do it with y'all too. I felt like everyone was out to get me. Felt like y'all all secretly didn't like me, and it was like just something I was doing to myself. And now it's like I haven't had an anxiety attack in. I stopped smoking 7 months ago, started getting right with Jesus 7 months ago. Since then, now I can kind of just, when I start to feel like that, I kind of just can pray my way out of it.
Yeah.
I still feel anxious sometimes, but if I'm in my room and I'm anxious, it's just I put on some worship music and I pray a little bit, close my eyes, and I'm straight.
Fixes it, yeah. I mean, it gives you the peace that surpasses all understanding.
And I still sometimes feel like, oh my gosh, I'm about to die.
Yeah.
But I don't want to say like I'm ready to die, but I'm not scared. As scared as I was.
I understand.
Anymore, for sure.
You're not worried about what happens after death no more. I understand that. And that's a good place to be at, honestly. What caused you to want to make that change in your life?
Honestly, I think I saw Caden doing it, saw a bunch of younger people doing it.
Yeah.
And I think that really kind of inspired me. Like today, dude. I don't know if you've seen. I think she's your cousin. I don't know her name. The young girl at service that was up at front.
Kylie.
Bro, that I'm up there singing, bro, and that brought tears to my eyes.
Yeah.
Because it's just cool to see young people like that actually moving.
Because we're the next generation.
Yeah, our parents ain't gonna be here forever.
Exactly.
Poppy's not gonna be here forever. They're not gonna be leading the church anymore. Eventually, it's gonna be on somebody else.
Yeah, we're gonna have to take the spot. Yeah, I agree. I will say that Caden is a good leader in that aspect of like when he does something, it's almost like people just want to follow.
Yeah, he don't care about what nobody thinks of him. He just does what he wants to do.
Yeah, and that's a really good thing to have. And another thing that I said on the podcast of just me is that you need, like, I think it's okay to have, like, I don't want to call them sinner friends because we're all sinners, but people that aren't trying to get as close to Jesus.
Yeah.
It's okay to have friends like that, but you need like a main, I would say like 3-5 people that like y'all are all like trying hard on your relationship with Jesus, and you're all kind of inspiring each other and then keeping each other in their place and stuff like that. I think that's really like healthy to have.
Yeah, I always said, because my people, I still, outside of our friend group, don't hang out with the best people.
Yeah, I don't think there's nothing wrong with that.
But yeah,
either.
Jesus didn't come to heal the righteous. He didn't eat with the righteous. No.
We got a job to do. Yeah. And our job is to save sinners.
I just try to be that influence. I had a good influence. Sure, I followed Caden through the bad and the good.
You and me both. No hate, Caden. Yeah, no hate. But yeah. So how do you feel about, like, so you're getting into the Word and you're getting into Jesus and you want people to know about that. So you're kind of being more open about it. I'm being more open about it. How do you feel about the people that are like, oh, it's only a matter of time before he's back to doing whatever he's doing? Like people that kind of like doubt you and kind of like, or they're almost preying on your downfall.
That, in a way, it upsets me, but in a way, it's also kind of like motivation.
Motivation,
because like, I want to prove you wrong.
Yeah.
And I'm doing it for myself. I'm not doing it for anybody else.
Exactly.
And I have been that person that, because when I was up in Tennessee, I was posting the TikToks. I've kind of fallen off of doing that. I fell off hard. I was reading my Bible every day up there, going to church every Sunday. I fell off for a little bit, and then I got back into it. And I don't want to do that again because I feel like in a way that makes me look like a hypocrite.
Exactly.
That's not setting a good example to the people outside of the church because I know, like, I don't want to. I know people that don't want to go to church because of things that they've seen people do in the church.
Yeah.
And I don't know. That jacket that jacket that I just bought on the back, it says, my flaws don't make me a fake Christian, they make me a real human. And that's what people got to understand. One or two or even 10 people don't represent the whole church.
Yeah, 100%. And that's a good thing to bring up too is I just lost my train of thought. What were you saying?
I said 1 or 2 or even 10 people don't make up the whole church.
Yeah, but before that,
my flaws don't make me a fake Christian, they make me a real human.
Yeah. The whole thing about like you falling off and getting back up, you're gonna fall regardless. We're all imperfect people.
Fall short. The Bible
exactly. There's nothing that we can do to even get close to the glory of God. So, but when you fall down, don't stay down. You got to get back up.
Yeah.
So, like, if you fall into sin, like, immediately afterwards, you need to repent and you need to get back on that same track. Because, honestly, because I know I'm from personal experience, when you're, like, on a good, straight, narrow path and you're doing good, and then you slip up, it sucks. Like, it gets in your head. Like, maybe nobody else can give a care in the world. They don't care, nothing like that. But it really gets in my head.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm just sitting there just thinking I'm this terrible person and this and that. But, I mean, I just go right back to the Bible and my worship music and stuff like that. And it lets me know, like, you're good, bro.
Yeah, that's one thing I will say now that I feel like we've kind of gotten ourselves right and we're diving into the Word and we're giving it all to God. I feel like now I hold myself to a higher standard. So, like, right now, my biggest struggle is cussing.
Yeah.
I'm not going to sugarcoat anything.
Yeah, no.
I still be cussing. And I'm trying to stop. And now it's to the point where, like, I do good. And if, like, I'll slip up and I'll cuss or something. And I'll be like, dang, bro, now I got to go pray.
Yeah.
I'm
to the
point now where I know when I'm messing up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which that's a good thing. That is also another good thing to kind of know where you're at and know when you mess up. And another thing is what you were saying about kind of you don't want to set that example of you slipping and falling and then people see that, like maybe people that are maybe not judging you, but like people you're trying to lead.
Yeah.
To like get a good relationship with the Lord. Maybe they're not super close with the Lord right now, but they know about him and they're kind of basing you off how Christians are supposed to act.
Yeah.
So now, like, if you were to, like, fall or slip up or something like that, they see it and they're like, okay, well, that's okay.
Yeah.
He did it.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean?
He goes out and has a couple of drinks and then goes to church on Sunday.
Yeah, exactly.
Because that's one thing I was doing, too. I was like, it's okay to drink but not be drunk.
Yeah.
But I go to the bar, and my mom would tell me, she was like, you got an example to say. You're singing at church now, you know. I'm like, well, I'm not getting drunk. I had 2 beers. At the end of the day, I don't want someone. What if someone from the church comes by, or what if someone that I've been trying to get to come to church comes by, and they're like, oh, he's out drinking and then singing at church.
Which, yeah, that pulls the whole thing around on, oh, he's not really doing that. He's doing it for show and this and that and the other. And
exactly. When in all reality, I'm not doing it for anyone else.
Exactly. But you said something about people not wanting to go to church because they've seen what other people go into church. My answer to that, because every person, John O'Neill said it the best, every person that goes to church is a screwed up person.
Yeah.
Every person. The pastor, all of them.
Mm-hmm.
My answer to that is I would rather go to church with a hypocrite than to hell with one.
Yeah.
Because, I mean,
that's
God.
pretty good.
Yeah.
That was good.
Yeah, so I would rather be in there, like, praising the Lord with a hypocrite than not being able to know the Lord at all.
Yeah. Exactly.
That's just another thing to think about. because I've
And I'll be
seen.
real, I don't want to go to hell with any of you.
No, I wouldn't.
Not a single
no,
one.
No, sir. Dude, I actually seen this. It was on TikTok, but he said, because you know how in the Bible it says that there's streets of gold and there's pearly gates and stuff like that. Well, it says in the Bible, that the streets of gold are as clear as crystal, and and then it says that the gates of pearl are also as clear as crystal. So he kind of was saying that even though that all these magnificent things are in heaven, that's not what heaven's about. Like, everybody likes to try to say, like, oh, I'm going to have my mansion in heaven, this and that and the other. Honestly, that's not what heaven's about. Heaven is about seeing God and Jesus and, like, having, like, a suit, like, you're, like, right there with him, like, actually being able to see him and stuff like that. So what he was saying was, like, even though there's so many cool things in heaven, that's not, like, what it's about.
Shoot, I was actually, you texted me today, you said think of topics, and I know this is kind of dumb. This is the only topic I could think of all day. You think they eat food in heaven?
No. I don't think so. They might. No. Maybe. I honestly don't know.
I've never been, so.
Yeah, I've never been, but, yeah.
You think so?
I would say so.
I would think so, but then again, it's like, would it just pass right through us? Because we don't got we're not taking our bodies. They probably don't got bathrooms either.
He gives us new bodies when we get in heaven.
Oh, well, maybe.
I don't know if we would use the bathroom.
I go there and smash a double cheeseburger.
A double cheeseburger? Now, that's actually a really good question because, I mean, when he made Adam and Eve, they was in the Garden of Eden, and he had them eat.
But the Garden of Eden wasn't in heaven?
No, it was on earth.
Dang.
You didn't know that?
I knew it was on earth, but I'm still back to, like, I wonder if there's food.
That was your that was your only topic
I could think
I
of
think I'm pretty good. I'd be pulling out topics within like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So I have a would you rather question.
Oh, okay.
Would you rather go through life not being able to forget anything, or go through life not being able to remember anything?
Not being able to forget.
Yeah, I think I agree with you on that. Cause
I feel like that was pretty easy.
Yeah. But it was a good one in my mind.
Yeah.
When I first seen it, I was like, oh, that might be pretty good. Because, like, maybe
there'd be things you wanted to forget.
Yeah.
I feel like I don't want to forget anything because, like, on a deeper note,
you learn.
Most of the things you want to forget, you learn from.
Exactly, yeah.
I feel like if I didn't remember anything, I wouldn't learn any lessons.
I was hoping.
I wouldn't know anybody.
I was hoping you were going to choose the other thing so I could prove you wrong.
Yeah, I would never.
Yeah, because, I mean, I would like to remember everything.
Yeah. Me too.
Honestly, yeah. What else could we talk about? What else? How's your job going?
It's going good. I hate the fact that my week starts on a Friday. So
what days do you work?
Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday.
Oh.
I'm off on Wednesday and Thursday. So, like, y'all are out, like, chilling on Saturdays and Sundays, and it's like, dang, I'm at work.
Well, I don't do nothing anyways.
And I close on Saturday night, and I have to be at church practice at 8 in the morning.
Yeah.
Then I have to go straight to work. Most of the time, I have to leave church early to get to work on time. I don't know. I hate it.
You be sending us, like, videos and stuff in the middle of because you work in, like, a bar restaurant.
Yeah.
In the middle of the whole place, it's like he got Christian music playing in the jukebox.
Yeah,
I think
you
that's
feel
dope.
this conviction.
Yeah. Hopefully somebody gave their life to Jesus right there in the middle of the bar. That would be dope.
Put down that beer. Put down that beer right now. Do you see what I see? I got elevation worship playing in the background.
That would be dope. Dude, church tonight was pretty good.
Yeah, dude. I don't know. I was kind of excited to hear him preach because he walked up with a sword and a slingshot, and I was like, "Oh, this is gonna be."
He'll
dope.
preach it another time.
And
I don't
then
even know where
we started singing,
where
and
he's
it
gonna
got
go.
crazy. I was up there, had tears falling out of my eyes. I couldn't even read the lyrics anymore.
Yeah,
Luckily, I knew all the songs.
I'm sitting in the pews. Y'all are up there singing. I'm sitting in the pews, and then when my puppy started about to preach, Sister Bethany wanted prayer, so they all started praying for her, and then my dad, Caden's sitting right behind me, so my dad's looking and pointing and telling like somebody to come up there. So I'm like, me? I'm looking at him like, me? And then Caden gets up and he walks past me. So I was like, oh, he wasn't talking about me. Well, I look at my dad, and he's still pointing. And I was like, me? Like, you want me to come up there? And he was just like, yeah. So I got up and I went up there. I didn't know.
I didn't know what y'all were going up for. I was still sitting in my chair.
I didn't either. I didn't know what we were doing. I thought like maybe he was going to get us to pray for something or something like that. And I get up there and I walk behind the stage, and then Caden turns around and goes, I guess we're singing. I was like, okay, I'm not on this.
And honestly, he closed down service. I felt like a little too early. I thought we
everybody
was
went
gonna keep
back.
doing them worship sessions, bro.
Yeah, I was
cool with it.
full on prepared.
That's what Caden said. Caden looked over at me while we were like singing. He was like, "Dude, I could do this all night." I said, "I could do it till tomorrow."
Dude, it was like a solid hour and a half.
Yeah.
I didn't get out of church till 8:40. I don't think I left the church.
Like 8:45.
Church starts at 7, so I mean, it's actually a longer service than we thought. But yeah, he never even got to preach the message. He spoke a little bit after song service, and then once prayer started, everybody was getting prayer, and dude, there was so many people screaming, and that almost made me cry.
It made me tear up, and then I had closed my eyes for a minute because I couldn't look at him no more. The girl got down there and was screaming, and somebody else was screaming. So I was like, I can't look at him or I'm gonna lose it. So I closed my eyes, and then I was like, I'm about to faint. Bro, so I had to open my eyes back up, and I started singing. I don't know. Sometimes I get up there, I feel like I'm finna fall out.
Heck no. But and then Sister Mary Lee, she ain't mean to, just embarrasses me right after church.
Oh yeah.
My poppy closes out the thing, and she goes, Pastor Herman, I just want to say that I'm so blessed that I see another one of your grandboys up on the stage, and I wanted to be like, thanks for putting me on the spot.
So you finna be up there Sunday?
I don't know, bro. I feel like I can't sing.
I mean, it doesn't matter. I don't think you can't sing. I think you sound pretty decent. But at the same time, it never hurts to have just a little voice in the background, even if you want yours turned down a little bit, just extra background noise.
I'll just be I can do the low.
The deep.
You are my champion.
Caden did that today in practice when we were practicing the What I See song, and I lead that song, and I couldn't stop laughing the whole time because I hear him in the background. Do you see what I see? I can't, dude. And then you got Frankie up there. He's up there busting a jig, and I'm sitting there trying not to laugh while I'm singing. Everyone's praising. You got Angel up there.
Did you fart?
No. Bro, stop.
Well, you definitely farted, bro.
No, I didn't.
Then why does it smell like
He
a
does
fart in
this.
here?
He does this to embarrass me everywhere. I didn't fart. And if I did, you'd hear it.
If you didn't fart, then you wouldn't be so convicted about it right now.
I'm not convicted about it. I'm just a little embarrassed.
Why are you embarrassed?
I don't know why it embarasses me. There's no one else in here
The
but
only
us.
reason you would be embarrassed is if you actually did it and you
I didn't
called out
fart.
on it.
I didn't fart. I'm not even gassy.
I am.
Oh.
That protein, bro. I mean,
Those are the worst.
do you want this mic back? Because right now it's just a prop, but this is an
I'll tell you,
expensive
but I
mic.
have no music to make right now because I stopped rapping.
Start doing Jesus rap, bro.
I ain't doing Jesus rap. If I do Jesus songs, I'm doing worship songs.
But you can do that, yeah, because you can sing.
Yeah, but I ain't doing Jesus rap.
I wrote a Jesus rap.
I wrote like 3 of them, but I just didn't like the way they turned out.
Yeah.
Because if I do Jesus rap, I want it to sound like how modern day rap sounds. So like when people listen to it, they're like, oh, this isn't the old 2012 corny Lecrae. Lecrae's not corny now, but I mean, back then he was kind of corny. Andy Mineo, I didn't like the way he sounded. I feel like it was all just super hyped up music.
You know what you need to do?
Huh?
My voice cracked. All right. You need to start playing the keyboard more, because you can play the keys.
Yeah, I know. I gotta practice.
You just haven't done it in a long time.
They told me, Herman told me I could take one home and practice. I just haven't taken advantage of that yet.
If you could play any instrument, that's the instrument it would be?
No.
No? What's your favorite instrument?
Saxophone.
Saxophone. Yeah, I was going to say either the keys or the saxophone. But with the piano, though, you can sing and play at the same time.
Yeah.
You can't sing and play the saxophone at the same time.
That'd be crazy, though. I can
If
kinda
you
play
could
the
do that,
harmonica
you
a
have
little
two
bit.
mouths. Where are you playing that saxophone out of? Your nose?
Yeah, my nose.
Yeah, your nose. Or your ear.
Yeah.
One of those holes.
One of them. Would you rather have spaghetti for hair or sweat mayonnaise?
Ooh, I think I'm going to go with the mayonnaise because I don't sweat that bad.
Ah, I sweat bad.
I don't.
But spaghetti, I feel like would fall out so easy. And I feel like I wouldn't grow up very fast.
You just be bald.
I go through things. I shave
You
my
go
head
through
once
things.
every
Devin
6
goes
months.
through a midlife crisis, and he's 23
Twice a year.
and buzzes his hair off. I'm going to grow my hair out. And it's not like he just gets a haircut. He buzzes it off, like full on bald. That's why he's got a
Two on the
beanie
top
on right
every
now.
time. I'm not bald right now.
You're bald.
I just
See?
got a haircut the other day.
Let us see.
It don't look that bad.
No, you look good, bro. You look good.
Okay, and then my next question. Would you rather be in a fight club that meets once a month or a book club that meets every day?
Probably a fight club. I don't have time for a book club.
I don't
I'm
like
not a
books.
reader either.
Yeah, I don't like books at all.
Yeah, I'm not really a reader. It takes me everything I got to read my Bible.
I
Honest
don't
opinion.
read my Bible. I lay down and I put my phone beside me and I turn that little audio on and that dude reads me till I fall
No,
asleep.
dude, I'll read it, but man, I hate reading. Like,
Yeah.
if I were to get like another book, there was one time, and this is kind of embarrassing. When I was in the 5th grade, I think it was the first thick book I've ever read. And when I say thick book, it's probably maybe only 300 pages.
That's a lot of pages.
It's a thick book, yeah.
It's a pretty thick book.
It was one of the Percy Jackson books that I had got, and it took me all year to read it. It's not like I'm a slow reader. I can read perfectly fine. I'm pretty good at reading, but
You mean they're sounding them out?
no, dude. It's just that when I read my books in class, I read them like this. So the desk was right here, and I would just lay the book in my lap.
And you fall asleep.
Every time I fell asleep. Yeah, it took me all year to read a 300-page book.
I used to read really fast. I used to think it was so dope if I could go get a book from the AR, from the library, and if I could finish it in one day. I used to think that'd be dope. Like, dude, I'm cool. I read 150 pages.
You know how hard it would be to play darts on that dartboard?
Like from
No,
here?
I don't. No, not
Oh.
from here. I'm talking about. Look at it. You got the Jack, Queen, King, 10.
To be honest, I don't even know what those stand for.
Okay, so after the 10, you got a Jack, 11, Queen, 12, King, 13.
And the ace is 14.
1.
Oh.
The ace is 1. That's why you don't have number 1. You have a 2.
People back then weren't that smart.
People, why not? But I do know what you mean, though, because some aces are like the highest one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really understand that. But, like,
I'm not bad at the whole card thing. I went to the casino one time
I can
and
do
lost
card
everything
tricks.
I went in with.
I've never gambled. I can do card tricks, though. Like magic
I
tricks.
can't do that either. My mom can shuffle. We used to play skip bow with my grandma.
Your mom
Let
can
me tell you.
shuffle. I was
R.I.P.
talking about
my
magic
grandma.
tricks,
Oh.
and you said something about shuffling. Like that's some kind of skill.
Dude, she can do the little,
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
I just do it with my thumbs.
Yeah, no. My mom used to make us play skip bow with my grandma. I don't know if you've ever played that. Not
Skip-o.
skip bow. Rummy is what it was
I
called.
don't know what that is either.
You got to do math while you're playing the game, so it was never
Yeah.
even fun.
That's how that would be, bro. You'd have to sit there doing math the whole time.
Yeah.
I like the dartboards with
The numbers.
they're the electronic dartboards that count it for
They
you.
count for you.
Yeah, I like those.
Yeah, I like those too.
Makes it the game whole lot
Sometimes
more
I
easy.
play at work, like yesterday. I was just waiting on the girl to finish cleaning the kitchen. I was like, bro, screw this. I've already cleaned everything. I'm just going to go play darts. And I played darts for like an hour with some customers. I let my regulars stay in and hang out with me till I leave.
Yeah.
They stayed in, hung out. We played darts.
I honestly need to drop that down a little bit. Because, like, you see how it's half in there? I need to drop both of these down. I'll probably make it equal with, like, our heads being there. I eventually want to get, like, have you seen, like, it's like a textured looking wall background that come in squares?
Yeah, the soundproofing is what they're.
Yeah, so it would help with, like, the echo for the mics and stuff,
Yeah.
and also would look cool. So
Yeah.
I want to do that, but I just don't want to, like, because if we don't get a roommate, I'm probably going to move this podcast room, because for y'all who watch the podcast, this is a very small room. It doesn't look like that when you watch the podcast.
Pretty little room.
But, like, we're in the corner of this room. I have a desk right here next to me. And then the dog kennel's over there with another, like, what do you call that thing? Like a cube. It holds, like, a bunch of cubes.
Cubicle.
Is that really what it's called?
No, I think a cubicle is like a miniature office.
Yeah, that's what it is. But, yeah. No, that's not a cubicle.
Organizer.
Yeah, it's like a little organizer.
What's your thoughts on milk?
Did you just say what's my thoughts on milk?
Yeah.
I don't like milk.
It's decent.
The only milk I drink is
butter.
chocolate milk. What did you say?
I said it's decent, but it could be butter.
Eventually, or cheese. That was so random. What are my thoughts on milk? I will say though, like the school milk that we had, bruh, trash. I hated the school milk. I didn't even drink the chocolate. I was one of those kids that remember the Mr. J's juices, juice pouches. I was one of those kids that walked around the lunchroom and said, like, "Hey, bro, you gonna drink your juice?" I
hated those kids.
I walked in the next period with like 6 orange juices.
Yeah, I was that kid that was always, bro, we're eating the same meal. Of course I'm going to drink my juice.
Well, some people didn't want their juices.
Eventually, though, towards like the end of my school years, we started being able to get water. Not at Fort Meade. Fort Meade we was a little broke.
They sold water. I remember that. We did have water. You had the option to get water, but I never got it because free lunch is free lunch. I'm not paying for anything else.
Yeah.
And then they took away our I don't think you never got to have our freaking the vending machines with the Gatorades in them.
Yeah, I did.
It broke.
Half of them didn't work.
Yeah, and then they broke and they just got rid of them instead of doing anything else. So I had to stick with the Mr. J's, bro. Otherwise, I was gonna be thirsty all day, or find a water fountain.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on people that are lactose intolerant?
Tolerate it.
Yeah, right? How do you not tolerate lactose? What is lactose?
I took a lady. It wasn't even my table yesterday, dude. She asked for a salad. A mahi salad. So they go by there, they make the salad. I take it to her. I can't have that. It was supposed to be dairy-free.
Or like gluten?
Gluten?
Just
really?
eat it, bro.
You're scared of bread?
What is a gluten?
You're scared of bread? Really? Grow up.
We used to.
Grow up.
Me and Troy had this little funny inside joke about people that were lactose. And Tashoy was talking about, like, she was going in like she knew everything about people that were lactose intolerant. And I was like, would you study lactose intolerance?
Is lactose intolerant?
I'm going to have to cut that out. Cause you're going to get mad about that if I lay that in. I'll just cancel out the talking right there.
Yeah.
But yeah, we said Tashoy is a lactose intolerant, and she went to school for lactose intolerance.
Oh, okay. She went to school for a lot of things.
Yeah, that's what she has a major in lactose intolerantism.
Lactose intolerantism.
Lactose intolerantism.
Tolerantism. Okay.
Yeah, dude, come on.
That sounds legit, though. Sounds like something that they would put on a... What's that paper called? You get one when you graduate. Diploma.
Mm-hmm. I didn't know where you were going with that.
I don't know either.
So you didn't get your diploma. How does that make you feel?
I got my diploma.
No, bro, you didn't.
I graduated pretty up there, too. I was pretty...
I
pretty
strictly remember it being a certificate of completion.
No. Dude, I was in the honor society. I got one of them little gold things. Tassels.
Gold things.
Yeah, because all the dumb kids got black and yellow ones.
They weren't dumb.
No. Like, dude, Caden.
That was so mean.
Caden, I don't know remember where he graduated, but dude is smart. I had like so many classes with him. He would just sit there and not care about doing his work.
That's how I was. I didn't do nothing. And what's really funny is you just called Caden smart, and he's not dumb, but like you said, he didn't apply himself in school. When I was in the 9th grade, Caden was a senior.
Uh-huh.
We had the same Algebra 2 class.
Dude, I can't say I had Spanish with 7th graders. I remember T.C. Beard, and I looked like the Grinch when he was in the North Pole.
Not the Grinch, buddy.
The elf. When he was in the North Pole with all the elves, bro, he's like sitting at the desk, and all the kids are smaller than him. I'm like 6'3" my senior year, and there was a bunch of 7th graders.
But that's an elective though, so that's not as bad. But Caden was a senior in class with 9th graders in like a math class, like one of the core classes, and he had to pass that class.
I wasn't the best mather, but I wasn't that bad.
I was pretty good at math. I think that was my best subject, math, and I'm not going to name any electives because
I liked English. Shout out Mr. Pete.
I liked English, but I didn't like the English work. I liked the class.
Yeah, Mr. Pete was super dope, though.
Yeah,
I still see him walking around Bartos.
I owe Mr. Pete a lot of money. I owe Mr. Peterson a lot of money.
How?
Cussing in his class.
Oh, yeah.
Every time I'd be sitting there talking to somebody, and I would say a cuss word, and they would just be like, quarter. I'd be like, I got you. He used to charge us a quarter for every cuss word.
I think he did the same with us, but I used to have like a weed pen that I would take to Fort Meade, and I would hit it in the classroom and blow it in my book bag. I used to rip it in Mr. Pete's class.
You're brave for that.
It was like when they first started becoming popular, you remember?
Yeah.
We got the batteries that didn't work, so you kind of had to hold it on there.
Attach them on there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was wild times.
Yeah, wild. Yeah.
That's when them things actually blew up. Now they're all throughout schools, bro.
And half of them are fake.
It's not good.
I wouldn't even trust any type of drug nowadays with the whole fentanyl thing. I read a thing the other day that said that the police in America seized enough fentanyl last year to kill every citizen in America.
Yeah, bro, and it's like it's gotten to the point where it's so like easy to get things. Like you could be a 13-year-old and anybody will sell you drugs.
Yeah.
You can find some way to get a vape. They're all throughout schools. Like when I was in high school, it was literally almost everybody I knew was vaping. Trying to get somebody else's vape. Going to the bathroom was like a hot box in there. There was one time I was in ag.
They took the doors off the stalls. Remember that?
Yeah. There was one time I was in ag, and I went to the bathroom. I come out of the bathroom, and as soon as I'm coming out of the stall, there's two kids lighting up a Black and Mild in the bathroom. So I just walk out of the bathroom, and I go and sit back down in class. And then there was another kid that went into the bathroom, but I guess some other two kids had left already. He comes back out of the bathroom, back into class, and was asking me, like, did you just smoke in that bathroom? I was like, nah, bro, you ain't finna put that on me.
Yeah, it was them.
Yeah.
I'm snitching every time.
Yeah, because, like, I wasn't necessarily a snitch. Dude, no. Let me tell you about, there was one time when I was in school, me and Caden had the same PE class.
Oh, I know where this is going.
Yeah, dude, and this is I would say this is probably one of the only times that me and Caden have actually like been a snitch. But I think it was for the better. So I don't know what kind of me and Caden are sitting in the bathrooms because we didn't feel like doing the exercises for PE and stuff. So I remember I'm sitting in a stall. The stall door's open. Caden's kind of like standing on the outside of the stall. We're just chilling on our phones.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting there, and then 2 kids come into the bathroom, and on the hand dryer, the little thing that blows down, they're chopping up this pill. To this day, I don't know what kind of pill it was. It was like this yellow pill.
Xanax, I'm sure.
And they're chopping it down, and like till where it's like a powder.
Mm-hmm.
And the dude looks at Caden and was like, "You trying to hit this?" And Caden was like, "Nah, bro, y'all are stupid." Like that's exactly what he said. Like that's stupid. And they just kind of like laughed at him, kept on doing what they were doing. So Caden was like, he looked at me and he's like, "Should we like tell?" Because Coach was our coach at that time.
Oh yeah.
And he was like he was real cool, kind of like a life teacher almost.
He was my favorite.
Yeah, cause like
he also pissed me off a lot too though, cause I felt like every time I talked to him, he was just trying to confuse me.
trying to confuse you. I think that he just always wanted the better out of somebody.
Yeah.
But so he had texted Coach and was like, "Hey, I think there's people in here doing drugs." So Coach comes to walk around to the bathroom, and for Fort Meade's gym bathrooms, you open up the door from outside of the gym, and then there's like a little open space, and then there's another door that leads into the bathroom. So he came through that door, the first door, and then when he got to the second one, he just banged on the door, and right there next to that door on the inside was that little air dryer. So they weren't like trying to hide it or nothing. They were just in the bathroom. Like as soon as you open the door, they're there.
Yeah.
So when he banged on that door and then he opened it up, all at the same time they had swiped it off the air dryer thing. Yeah. And then Coach walks up to him and it was like kind of like, "What are y'all doing in here? Y'all been in here forever, this and that and the other." Just kind of like playing it off like he didn't know about nothing like that. Yeah. And it kind of like spooked them, and they went back out and got into class. And when they had left, Coach was talking to me and Caden about it, and then like we all kind of like, I remember us looking down at the same time, and it is all over his jacket.
Over Coach's jacket?
Yeah. So then, like, we got it off of him and stuff, and I don't know if this is gonna. I'm gonna blurt out all of his name, because I don't want him to get in trouble for that.
Yeah. So I don't think he's a teacher no more, but still, we don't know what he's doing now.
Yeah, I don't want him to be like, because I know for sure that he was probably supposed to tell somebody, but he was just cool like that.
Yeah.
Like he didn't want to
ruin nobody,
convict nobody. Yeah. So he kind of just like tried to teach them better himself without like having them getting in trouble, which shout out to him for that though, because but yeah, we were walking out of class that day and the dude looks at Caden and was like, "Yo bro, like you was right, like for real bro, like I don't even know what we was thinking, this and that and the other." And yeah, it was crazy. Hopefully they're not still doing that dumb crap. But what is a number before we leave, got about 10 more minutes left on the thing. What is the number one thing that you pray for?
The number one thing? I don't know. I kind of start my prayers all out the same. I pray just about the same prayer every night.
Yeah.
But most of the time, my main thing, I guess I could say my number one thing is for clarity.
Clarity?
Yeah, because I feel like a lot of times we're confused, and I feel like as a Christian, there's always going to be a little bit of doubt sometimes.
Yeah.
I feel like clarity helps that. Because I know, like, sometimes, like, before every service, I pray and I ask God to come in and change someone's life and to move. Like, today, I had clarity. Like, you seen what happened today. That was crazy.
Yeah,
I'm sitting there thinking, like, dude, can't no one tell me God's not real?
No, bro, no.
I see it.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say that the number one thing that I pray for, honestly, is for, like, I pray that God just shows me where he wants me to go.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to take no bad steps and go in some wrong direction and then have to figure out through God's timing that wasn't the right plan.
I've done that.
Yeah.
More times than I can count.
I mean, I think I have too, but not like I haven't went through any like bad circumstances to wake me up. So I just pray for like he just continue to show me and light that path so I can just keep on going through it. But that would be the thing I pray for. I pray about my family. I actually because I'm terrible with remembering names, and I would feel bad if I like miss somebody or something like that. And instead of me being freaking praying for everybody for hours at a time, I kind of just say, for God to bless my family and all my friends and all my family, and then I say for all Brooke's friends and all her family. So that's basically just everybody that I know.
Yeah.
So I just cleared up quick.
Yeah.
But yeah.
No, dude, I got I've changed it here recently, but up until just like a couple months ago, I had a list, and my list even included Sadie and Hank.
Yeah.
I would ask God to forgive my dogs for their sins, and I'd be like, "Did they sin? I don't know. Please forgive Sadie and Hank for their sins."
This might hurt a lot of feelings, but I don't think dogs have souls.
Ah, that kind of hurt my feelings.
Yeah.
I hope they do.
I don't know if they do or not, bro.
I think it'd be cool.
It'd be nice if they did.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm not too sure. How do you feel about the merch drop coming?
Dude, I feel like it's like you said, it's simple.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's what's popping nowadays.
Yeah.
It's simple.
Yeah, simple stuff. It kind of goes with everything. There's so many colors, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
dude, you sent me like 4 pages.
Yeah.
And it was like, one of them was like, it'd be like, say blue. It'd be like 40 different shades of blue.
Yeah, bro.
It was hard.
A lot of different colors. So
I like
when I
cop that.
I ordered some samples the other day, so I'm waiting on the samples to come in, and then I guess I'm gonna have to do like some try on haul. I'm gonna have to video myself trying on everything. I'm gonna try to like make it like an ad for it. That way, I like see me trying on a bunch of stuff.
You can definitely do that whole Instagram paid ads thing. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I've almost
it definitely helps with exposure. I did it with one of my songs when I used to rap, and it caught like 10,000 views on my Instagram.
Yeah, I want to do that. Try to get the most I can. Whoever does decide to buy stuff, God bless you.
Yeah,
honestly, it helps me out a lot. I already know a few people done hit me up at like wanting me to like when I ordered my samples, they wanted that first order. Like,
yeah, I want a hoodie. I mean, hoodie.
Yeah. Yeah, we got a few things that I'm pretty excited for. I'm gonna be wearing them all the time, wearing them to the gym, everything. I want people to ask me, "What does that mean? What does that mean?" Which I'd be slacking on my whole strength ambassadorship because I've had 2 or 3 people now in the gym go, "I like your shirt a lot," and you know what I do? Thanks. And I just keep on going. I should be like every time I get done, it's just like crap. That was
you
my
need to try
time.
to get in with the Jesus Loves You website because I just bought 5 shirts and a gold chain from them the other day, and it's coming in the mail. And I could have used your code.
You could have, but you can just go to Whole Strength and do the same thing.
But isn't that just mainly like workout clothes?
I
feel like I don't look good in workout clothes, so I just make my own.
My 2 T-shirts, they're just oversized tees.
Oh, those 2 tees, the black tee that says Jesus is King. Yeah. That's from Whole Strength.
Yeah, and then that blue tie-dye one.
Yeah.
That says Christ is King.
That's hard.
Yeah, they're just like oversized T-shirts.
Yeah.
They have a lot of like, I want to get some of their tank tops because they're like the cut-off ones, but on the back, going down it says "In Christ Alone" on the back. That's pretty dope. I eventually do want to make merch like that.
Yeah.
Like have like a Jesus clothes. Drop or like some workout clothes and stuff like that. Yeah, I think that would be dope.
I think you need to think eventually about doing like some patches. You know what I mean? Like the iron-on patches or the sew-on patches. I think those are pretty. I like them. I think.
Yeah, if all goes well, hopefully I want to turn it into like a brand.
Yeah, that would be cool, and it definitely would help you. Like if you ever want to upgrade anything, like eventually you might want a new camera or new mics.
Yeah, I definitely want a new lens. I'll do a lens. I've been thinking about starting a vlog.
I think you should, like a gym vlog.
A gym vlog, yeah, or just like a day in the life. Yeah,
that'd be fine.
Upload like 2 times a week starting out.
Hey, what's up? I'm at work. 2 hours later.
Dude, I think I would.
Still at work?
I think I would get in trouble for that.
Oh yeah, for sure. You're not even allowed to. You're not even allowed to be happy at your job. I worked there.
I'm happy at my job.
I worked there, but I know you're happy with your job. But like when you're there, don't smile, and you better not speak to nobody.
I love HTPE.
Can't say I do.
Devin got fired.
Let's not get into that.
Oh man, Devin. Appreciate you coming back onto the podcast.
It was seriously.
You're famous. Seriously?
Seriously and all.
Seriously hit the Gwitty right now.
You don't want me to hit the gritty.
I bet you can't do it.
I'll seriously get up and hit the gritty.
Do it. You gotta make sure you're doing it in front of the camera. Caden can't do the gritty.
I think I can do it.
Yeah. Heck yeah. Always coming back. Yeah. He seriously hit the gritty on the podcast. I appreciate you coming on back to the podcast. I'm pretty sure this one will get freaking 500-700 views like the last one. I think you're just the famous guy that causes everybody to come watch the podcast. Funny. You're also one of my number one fans.
Yeah, I am. I'm not gonna lie.
I think like,
that one dude.
Yeah, he hasn't really texted me much lately.
Well, he said it in the.
Yeah, he did say it. He's in the Discord, so. You, I would say to Shoy, Nathan for sure. You and Nathan are up there. Colin be posting them a lot. I think you, Tishoy, Colin, Nathan, and then Manny.
I've started working at 10 a.m. So I'm like on my way to work, waiting on it to drop, and like while I'm setting up the ore in the restaurant, setting out menus, I'm like watching the podcast.
Sometimes, bro, it'd be hard to get it out at 10 a.m. because it just depends on when we do the podcast, which this one will probably be out at 10 a.m. So 10 a.m. every Friday, baby.
Yes, sir. I think it also helps that like I have like kind of, I don't want to say like fans, but like fans from like.
I think you have a big following. Yeah. If you're just man-spreaded right in front of the camera.
Oh, my bad.
You're like looking all clean. I got on white socks, dude. White socks with black shoes. One of them's untied.
I got on the forces.
Your fit's pretty clean though.
Yeah, this is actually my homeboy KJ's brand.
24. I was wondering what that was.
He's from Lake Gibson. He was like, I think he was like number 24.
Gotcha.
I don't know.
Well, all right, bro.
It's
probably like 11 o'clock. Yeah, it's time for me to get ready for work in the morning.
I'm going to go hop on the game.
Appreciate you coming on the podcast, bro.
I appreciate it.
Maybe we can do another one. Maybe since you're so famous, you can hook me up with some kind of good guests.
Yeah, I mean, I can probably get you a few.
Yeah, so I'm gonna start saying this saying all the time when I close out now, because I feel like it kind of stuck with me. That's it for the Yeah No podcast. That's not what I was talking about.
Oh.
But go with the Lord, and He